A triple shooting in Spokane Valley, leaving a community in shock.
There's never been an incident on this sort of a scale in this area before.
Tonight, neighbors are talking to KREM 2.
Inclement weather returns in the days to come, but believe it or not, our temperatures are still on the rise.
Today is International Women's Day, and around the globe, many are celebrating, while some face troubles of war. We see all sides tonight.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. We do begin with a developing story now out of Spokane Valley. A triple shooting in the valley has now left 3 people in the hospital. One of them is in life-threatening condition.
Well, that shooting happened last night near the intersection of South Bowdish and 40th Street. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun has been following this story all day. And Nathan, what do we know so far?
Mark, Whitney, well, the shooting took place more than 12 hours ago, but Spokane Valley deputies are still here on scene. Take a look behind me. Throughout most of the day, I've seen the Spokane County Sheriff's Forensic Unit and chaplain on site.
There's never been an incident on this sort of a scale in this area before, and to have this happen, it's a shocker.
Joseph Gable just walked out his door this morning when he
turned around and there was a bunch of cops on the street, so I was very intrigued.
The apartment complex just across the street from Gable was filled with police.
I see it happen all around town, but to see it happen literally right out front of my house, it hits real close to home.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says that around 12:30 last night, a 911 caller said they heard gunshots at the Ponderosa Apartments near Bowdish Road and 40th Street. Deputies say one man and one teen boy went to the apartments to meet 2 other adults. That's when deputies say an argument began, which led to shots.
With this apartment, there's been arguments that go on constantly. Just this whole area, there's been robberies and shootings and just all sorts of stuff.
The 2 adults shot have non-life-threatening injuries, but the teen is fighting for his life tonight. The 4th person involved fled the scene but has since been identified.
It scares you because if shots were to go off, that could have hit anyone, gone into any building.
Deputies say there were 2 other scenes involved with this incident. This morning at East 16th Avenue and South Pines Road, law enforcement surrounded a white SUV which appeared to have driven off the road and crashed.
I will definitely be more aware in this area.
Deputies were also investigating at an Exxon gas station near the shooting area. An employee there said police were digging through the trash. Now the Spokane County Sheriff's Office says the shooting remains an active investigation. Deputies say no arrests have been made and there's no threat to the public. Live in Spokane Valley, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
Nathan, thank you. In other top stories, police have arrested a Spokane mother who was also arrested for the same murder that her son is accused of. Police say Danae and Caleb Hewlings killed a 76-year-old man on Spokane's South Hill last April. Police arrested Caleb in January, his mother in California last month, and a judge set her bond at $1 million.
An Eastern State Hospital escapee was arrested today in Reno, Nevada. Jamil Fields walked away from a medical treatment facility at Spokane Valley Hospital on March 6th. Investigators say a woman helped Fields escape. They were both arrested on felony warrants in Reno. They'll be held there until they can be extradited back to Spokane County. And Spokane police arrested the suspect in the attack of a downtown business owner last week. You might remember this shocking video of a teen throwing a flower vase at the man's head. According to police, the suspect is a minor.
So they were able to identify him after a multitude of tips came in after we showed you this video. The suspect was booked into the Spokane County Juvenile Detention Center for 4th-degree assault and 3rd-degree malicious mischief charges. All right, taking a pause from the headlines, we want to take a look at the weather outside. It sounds like we can expect some rain this weekend.
Yeah, but Jeremy, it sounds like the whole weekend's not a wash, right? At least we get some nice weather for part of Saturday.
And I think there are some spots on Sunday where it's not going to be too bad. So the whole weekend, not a wash, but yes, we do have the return of moisture. And yes, we kind of say goodbye to a little bit of that sunshine. But get this, temps still in the mid 40s. We haven't been this warm in a while. Quite lovely out there. So get out and enjoy. Go for an evening walk. It's a perfect thing to do after a long work week. Helps you relax. That sunshine gonna help you have more energy this evening and sleep better tonight. It's perfect. Tomorrow, what winds up happening is we wake up to a little bit of sun, but then we see clouds kind of build in throughout the day. And tomorrow afternoon, we get rain and high elevation snow returning to much of the region. Now, when it moves through, this first round moves out pretty quick. Then Sunday, we get our next wave. It's snow up in the mountains and even snow creeping down a little bit lower to start the day because of timing. So it's arriving at the coldest part of the day. And then it turns to rain by the afternoon down low. But I don't know if you saw, between that first round early in the morning and when that next round arrives a little later in the afternoon, I think you're in for a couple of light drops, but that's about it. It moves out Sunday night. So really, you don't get a great chance to enjoy a lot of it. But what winds up happening is our temperatures warm up because of this weather pattern. Not only during the day are we going to be in the mid-40s, but at night we'll be above freezing starting Sunday and stay that way through almost all of next week.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. The first fan favorite All-Star High School Basketball Showcase is happening this weekend at Shadle Park High School. Players from different area schools are voted in by family and friends. Then 2 games will be played featuring both boys and girls. Tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for students, with all the proceeds going to local nonprofits.
In the meantime, in honor of Billy Frank Jr.'s birthday, you will not need a Discovery Pass at any Washington State Park, wildlife, or natural resources land tomorrow. Frank Jr. was an environmental activist from the Nisqually Indian community in Washington. Tomorrow's Free State Park Day honors the life and legacy of the activist who dedicated his life to protecting endangered salmon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Unionized workers from REI stores across the country traveled to the headquarters in Western Washington yesterday.
They're demanding to meet with company leaders face to face. The union says it's been trying to negotiate a new union contract with REI for almost 2 years with no progress. So far, 9 U.S. stores have unionized, including the Bellingham location. The Spokane store is non-union.
One worker says the company has been sending, quote, union busters to the bargaining table instead of listening to workers' concerns.
We're here to call on REI to actually negotiate in good faith. We've been at the bargaining table for 2 years, ready to take it seriously, and it's high time that they have people who are employed by this company actually negotiate with us.
REI did issue a statement earlier this week saying that REI is committed to and will always negotiate in good faith with our stores that have chosen union representation.